Hey!
Oh.
Hello.
You.
Working, he says to himself. Probably. Is it? Can you hear it?
No.
Oh,
Ooh. Yeah.
Potato.
Can you hear it?
No.
No.
Well, I can. Wait. Hold on.
Working in my ears? Oh, this is awkward.
This is awkward. Well, it always seems like Christian. Like whenever I listen to your show, just always has the non-working
I don't know.
mic.
Mine's not working either.
Yours is not working.
Did you turn it on?
It is on.
The main mic?
Both of them are on.
I hear Andrew. I hear you fiddling with it. Talking
Really?
To it. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I can't hear myself.
I think the left headphone on that one or the right, whatever.
I like
okay,
pie.
but I can't even hear myself, so that's...
I can hear both of you. I'll tell you if
I'll
you're
deal
working
with
or
it.
not.
I like
No,
pie.
I can only hear Andrew.
Well, give me a second.
Nick Morley, everybody. He likes pie.
That is not my name.
Nick Fury?
Nick Fury, yeah, let's go with that.
Alright, sweet. Did I say why did I say Morley? What?
That's not my last name, Ian McCullum.
See, this is one
How dare you?
See what I did there?
No.
See what I did
Oh,
there?
heard it.
Sort
Yeah,
of.
there it is.
Working.
It's
Yeah,
working
There we
now?
go.
Alright.
I can't hear myself,
Puts
so that's an
headphones on.
inconvenience.
Perfect.
Take
I
my
can
headphones
yeah,
off.
just your headphones I don't think work, so
My headphones
Yeah, I
work
got
now.
stuck
We're
with
good.
the crap ones. But
We always
welcome.
like to start off strong here.
welcome to Oral Pleasure, everybody.
Hey, no,
Hey.
none of that. No, none of that either. This mic is
Welcome
sounding
to
weird in my
the-
ears. Hello there, people, and welcome to the Audacity.
The Audacity.
The Audacity.
Yeah.
Sure, it's not all the Oltnar.
No.
Or Oral
Sure.
Pleasure. I specifically remember telling our boss that I wanted to move my show to 2:00 to cut your show out.
Yeah, I said that.
It's funny because I specifically requested that we move to 5:00 to cut your show off. So,
Even though I wouldn't be present.
No one wants to come to Sundays at 2 where we listen to heavy metal.
out of curiosity, Nick DeFuria,
Yes.
one of our guests on the show, why did you pick Sunday?
It's a very strange time to
Yeah.
listen to metal at 2:00.
Sabbath. The Sabbath this Sunday. So we're having our nice black masses on Sundays.
I respect that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
I
right
respect
after
that,
everyone
yeah.
gets out of church, they can come listen to some melodic death metal from Sweden.
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Sweden.
Speaking of the mic again.
Everything I play is from Sweden, pretty much. It's-
I am.
Or,
Oh,
or
yeah.
Yeah.
America or the UK,
Okay.
obviously, but you know.
Is it coming through?
Yeah, it's coming through.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah,
a-
I'm always coming through.
This whole thing's been on the air, right?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we
Yeah,
like
we
to
Oh,
keep it
that's
real.
great.
100%.
That is glorious.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
Hello, Ian McCullum.
Hello.
One of
Thank
the
you for
other
pronouncing it right. For some reason, everybody in this school thinks, besides you and my girlfriend, thinks it's McCullen.
No, there's an M
McCullum?
there.
Ida says that.
Really?
Ida says McCullen, and I correct her. And I say it's McCollum.
I corrected too.
McCollum. And she's like, oh,
would sound
McCullen.
weird
And I'm
to
like,
me. That sounds weird to me. It would obviously be McCullum.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on this boat here. It's correctly pronounced as he says it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course, as
Well,
he
I would
said.
assume.
As
Shut
I
up.
say, the way I pronounce my last name is
Kanan.
Uh,
Kanan.
Kanan.
Yeah,
Kanan.
There's two E's there, mate. There's two E's.
One is silent.
Sounds like Stephen Colbert. You know, he changes
It's
his name to
accented
Colbert, which is
slightly.
actually Colbert.
Oh.
Which makes it kind of silent.
True.
So
You
it's
don't,
Andrew
usually write
Kanan.
it, you don't really write it with the
Yeah.
accent, so I can never tell.
Yeah.
The people from Moose Jaw really, they're tricky.
Yeah, we keep it simple
Yeah.
in Moose Jaw. Or complicated here, I guess.
I guess so.
you see in the holy lands of Ireland
Ireland.
or
You had a
Scotland.
chance.
I don't know. I found like some sort of certificate or whatever
Mhm.
in my house.
In your house.
And it was like it had to do with my family's lineage, and apparently McCullum comes from Scotland. So we were all like floored. We were like, "Wait, isn't it an Irish last name?" And everybody thinks so. So we're really like weirded out. But you know, the 1800s doesn't lie,
Well,
Yeah.
I would assume they lied about something.
or maybe the early 1900s. I don't know.
Well, hey, my last name is DeFuria, and I'm Scottish.
That's true.
I mean, let's look at that.
What
How
happened there?
Italian is my name, right?
That's true.
Well, it's obvious that my mother is Scottish, my father is Italian, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm more Scottish.
Mystery solved.
Oi, laddie.
Oi,
I do quite a good Scottish accent, actually.
Ugh.
Andrew, what day is it today?
It's Friday.
What time is it right now?
It is 2:05.
You're listening to the Audacity.
Yes, people are.
Yes. Before I get into actual topics, just want to remind you guys, facebook.com/theaudacity, on Twitter @theaudacity, if you want to keep up with us.
ODDACIQY.
Okay, now that we've got that stuff out of the way,
Yeah.
There will be none of those things. Those things that you're doing, there will be none of that anymore.
None of it?
I think none of it.
Breathing's one of my favorite things,
start
though.
off by doing
Is
doing our usual tweet
Oxygen
at people.
actually kills you.
Oh, all right. So sometimes, usually, always,
Always, okay.
we tweet at people we have no business tweeting at. For the past couple times, it's been Lil Bow Wow for some reason.
I want
Who
to
is
be
he?
Ryan Reynolds today.
You don't know Lil Bow Wow?
Ryan Reynolds, ooh.
Is he that guy from like the early 2000s
Yes.
that just sort of disappeared?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
No Twitter, I don't want to add my number.
He wears expensive jeans.
I do not
So
have.
you
Twitter.
wanted to make it Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
So
Deadpool?
last
Yes,
night
Deadpool.
I
Yes.
got Fallout 4, and Chris and I
As
spent
did I.
an hour.
It wasn't even an hour.
It was more- it was a lot
closer
more than
to
an hour.
2
2
hours.
Oh, yeah.
We spent 2 hours accurately producing Ryan Reynolds in Fallout 4 just for the sake of having the character be Ryan Reynolds. And I lost my shit in the game when the robot was like, "Oh, Mr. Reynolds." I lost my shit.
It was
I'm
amazing.
gonna...
Yeah.
Wait, your character's last name is Reynolds?
Our character
totally...
is named Ryan Reynolds.
So his full name is Ryan Reynolds, but like, you know how there's no 2 slots? It's just like, what is your name? And he put Ryan space Reynolds. The robot calls him Mr. Reynolds, as if the space didn't even matter. As if, oh my god, it understands.
It's accounting for the space.
That's really cool, actually.
So, yeah, that is progress in gaming. The graphics in that game say otherwise, but that technology is progress.
Mhm.
So,
Naming technology,
I'm-
input technology.
I'm really happy about that. The game is really fun so far, though, from the 30
Oh,
minutes
yeah.
I did end up playing,
Oh, yeah.
because we spent 2 hours making Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
So, just shout out to Ryan Reynolds.
he
He's
isn't
the
even an
best.
attractive man.
He is very attractive.
Oh,
I
yeah.
disagree completely.
Did you guys see what he did on Halloween?
Yes.
Yes, I saw that
Deadpool
video.
thing. That
Oh,
was funny.
we should-
That was
led with that.
hilarious.
We could always play it later.
Yeah, we can.
But
Yeah,
that was
that's
really,
true.
really funny. I was...
Yeah, all of those kids dressed up like X-Men characters. Those
Yeah, tweet that photo at Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, actually I will.
at Ryan Reynolds.
I'll also put it on the Facebook.
I'm obsessed with you. Give me all of your blowjobs.
I would... If Ryan Reynolds just happened to be gay at some point, and I'm not gay, I'm very heterosexual.
I would
Ryan
go.
Reynolds was
Okay.
like gay and was just like, "Hey, you want to be gay?" I'd be like, "All right."
Okay.
How straight are you? Because you could take like the Kinsey test.
Well, here's the thing. He's part of Madav. So
Oh, there you go. No,
okay.
no.
So like,
So he's like-
he's like 75% gay.
yeah.
So there's like
Bullshit. No.
everyone out. There's
We're
like
the most
normal people
homoerotic,
straight,
heterosexual
and there's like
group on
gay
campus.
people
Okay,
gay.
okay.
And
We're
then
the
there's
most
like Mad Ad
homoerotic,
or somewhere
completely
in between.
heterosexual group. Like, we tread the line, but we're also very heterosexual at the same time.
Are you sure?
Well,
I thought
Nacho
there's yeah. I was.
is bisexual, isn't he?
There are people. We don't want to talk about people's personal business on here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's wrong with you, Ian? Get out. Leave.
No, you
Oh,
can't make me.
Nick, you flipped on the on-air switch. I'm proud of you.
Well, I am a DJ. I know how this stuff goes down. You know.
I'm a DJ too, and I didn't even know it existed.
Do we really want to call ourselves DJs?
That's because I'm the
Chris.
best DJ.
I prefer to call us hosts.
We're
of some
hosts.
kind.
Yeah,
I
more of a host.
am a DJ because I play music.
So I just tried to at Ryan Reynolds, and his tag is Ryan Reynolds, but
He's Vince.
no, but he has a middle name. It
Really?
starts with a G. Before I look it up.
Wait, no. He's not. He's on
It's-
Twitter. He's not Ryan Reynolds. He's at Van City. I think he's Van City Reynolds.
Really?
Yeah,
Who?
I follow Ryan Reynolds on Twitter.
Oh,
I do. Yeah, he's Van City Reynolds. There you go.
why?
Because he's from Vancouver.
What? Oh, okay.
He's
British Columbia.
Canadian. Oh, that makes me like him less. I don't like.
That makes me like him more. My favorite, like a
Why
bunch
are
of my
you
best
hating on
friends.
Canada?
My best friends are all
I'll
from
explain.
Maryland and Canada. Weirdly enough.
Thank you.
Now, see, here's the
I
problem.
say that from
here's
Moose
the problem
Jaw.
with Canada.
Sketch one.
See, Canada's had it too good for too long.
Oh, wait, what does that mean?
You know, they're just sort of sitting up there and
I mean,
they're waiting
hey,
for something
hey.
to happen, and they're gonna strike eventually.
we are good people.
That land belongs to America.
No, it doesn't. It very much belongs to us, specifically Moose Jaw.
Moose Jaw.
Confuse so
Canada.
many people. I'm not going to go into this because we've talked about Canada for the past 2 podcasts.
Three.
Three?
Three.
It's
Three.
been 3 podcasts. I don't even... What podcast are we on?
I don't know.
We're on season 1, episode
8?
4 now.
8?
Technically, there's been 8.
Yeah, we're on 8.
There are 4 secret episodes.
Well,
that we won't-
Canada is stinko, so
I love Canada.
Don't throw
Canada's
some-
great.
don't throw beef.
All right.
Specifically
Canada.
Moose Jaw. I mean, Red Deer. Red Deer sucks. But
they have Tim
just
Hortons.
finished
Regina.
saying no more Canada. I just finished saying.
Oh, Canada.
Dad.
That's
I
father.
don't
Dad,
know
that's
the
my
our home
lyrics.
and native land. Through patriot
Oh, that's
love,
father to you. Dad
in
was my
all thy
father's.
God's command, with glory.
Deutschland,
we see thee
Deutschland,
rise.
über alles.
I
There
know
we
my
go.
own anthem.
Nazi.
Welcome to the Audacity.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Audacity. For
The show has just started about 5 seconds ago.
Shout out one time to Annie and Thomas.
One time.
Thomas just
Hey.
loves me. It's great.
We all love.
Well, I do.
What should
I
tweet?
love Thomas. I'm saying he loves me.
What should I tweet at Ryan Reynolds?
You should tweet, "We love you so much that."
I
and
think we say the
respect
blowjob
your
thing.
face so much
We put
that
you
we
in
put in
Fallout-
Fallout 4.
We put you in Fallout. Listen to the Audacity. Don't listen to the Audacity.
No, tell him to listen to the Audacity.
I'm tweeting him from the Audacity Twitter, so he'll just be like, "What is this?"
Yes. But anyway, so I'm going to talk about Fallout, I guess, while you guys are distracted. So
Okay.
I got Fallout 4 yesterday, too.
Yep.
Great game. I haven't played the other ones. I've seen people
Neither
play
have I.
the other ones. So I guess that kind of counts. My friends would always be like, "Yeah, you didn't play Fallout," and I'm like, "Sure, I know you're going to play the whole time, but sure."
Dude, you haven't played Fallout, man? Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 are so good. But you know what's really even better? Fallout 2. Because Fallout 2 is so totally awesome.
Hipster.
Hipster.
That was the point.
Yeah.
No, in all legitness, though, the story of Fallout 2 is the best.
Really?
I haven't
I
played.
believe so.
I haven't. No, I
I haven't played it either, but I've read the
War.
storyline, and
Oh,
the story
okay.
seems to be the best.
War never changes. that apparently is the like
When did Fallout 2 come out? That was.
probably like
it looks
two-
more like
early 2000s.
RuneScape than it does Fallout.
Yeah.
Oh shit! That was 1998.
Oh, 98. Holy poop.
Oh, wow.
Holy
Okay.
poop balls.
Yeah. That was some
You
time
hitting the
ago.
mic over there?
What?
You're hitting the mic over there. You're hitting the mic over there. You need to stop that. Ooh.
I've never been. I was about to say like how like some of those like classic kind of games were.
Like the old Warcrafts.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
but, like, the
prefer new
90s,
age
like,
games
stuff.
or old games?
I mean, it depends on the game.
Both.
Storyline-based games.
Okay.
Yeah. I just I bet like a lot of people on Tumblr have heard of this game because it's all over Tumblr, but the game Undertale, it's kind of like classically based. It's supposed to look kind of like 8 to 16-bit kind of, but
Oh, I've heard of Undertale.
yeah, it's heart-wrenching.
Mhm.
It is in my opinion, like Fallout 4, it's really fun to play. Like I played it like for hours yesterday.
Yeah.
Really fun. But Undertale, I'm going to say like it gets Game of the Year for me. It's
Well, I
so
think
good.
A couple of years back, Game of the Year for me was when the first Walking Dead came out
Really.
by Telltale. I love Telltale stuff. I think
Oh, Telltale is amazing.
they produce
Telltale
some of
games,
the
yeah.
best games. I think.
Yeah.
We talked about this a couple
We may
shows
have.
ago. I think when maybe
Yeah.
with Michael on the first time.
Mhm.
I think, and like The Walking Dead season 2 was all right. I mean, it was still pretty good.
Season 1,
Season
I
1
think,
was
was
awesome.
good.
Actually, you know what? The ending to season 2 also, like,
I
depending
like
on
the
like what
ending.
kind of ending you got for season 2,
Mhm.
that one could be really like heart wrenching.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
Game of Thrones Telltale series has also been
I
really
haven't
good.
seen any of it.
I-
I'm really sorry about that.
I can't wait to go home during Thanksgiving break just to finish off the last episode, because that series is not kind to you, just like Game of Thrones isn't. But
They need
I
a
mean,
Breaking Bad game.
That would be in.
That one would
kind
be
of
interesting.
Because Breaking Bad's like the best show ever, and they're doing all the...
I still haven't watched it.
What?
Like every time I scroll
Wait.
through Netflix, I'm like, I'll get to it soon. I promise. Breaking
You
Bad.
know what? Don't even watch
Watch
that
it.
one. Watch the shot-for-shot remake they have from Mexico.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
a shot-for-shot
Walter
word for
Blanco.
word.
What?
His name's Walter Blanco.
Yep, absolutely. On Netflix, there's a shot-for-shot, word-for-word, complete accurate recreation of Breaking Bad.
That is
And it's
amazing.
one of the greatest
I
things I've
think
ever
we
seen.
all need to sit down and watch that one day.
Can-
Walter Blanco. That's the guy's
Yep.
name.
Can we
And
live
the guy
stream
actually
this?
does look kind of like Bryan Cranston.
Yeah,
so-
He looks like Bryan Cranston.
Probably.
They did a really
Let's
good
put this
job
on the
with
air
it.
one day.
I've read about this just a little bit, but I've never actually taken the time to look it up because I heard it was gonna suck butt. But apparently, if you're saying it's all right, though, then
I
again,
trust Andrew.
my buddy told me Sharknado was really good.
That's true.
I
Was
think
that...
it's called Metastasis?
Was he serious
And
when he said
it's
that?
Oh,
was
yeah.
Was it Fudge Packer?
it's
It
honestly
was Fudge
something
Packer.
special.
Oh, I had a feeling.
The entire series is up too. They did the entire series in 2 years.
Holy...
And it's on Netflix?
Yeah.
I just started watching The
It's called
Flash, so...
Metastasis, and it was just.
I don't know how I
turned
feel
it
about
on.
it.
I just wanted to see what like the start was like and see how like close it was, and then I watched the last episode just to compare that too.
Mm-hmm.
They really went all out. They really did.
More like Fallout.
You are such a Dickensian for saying that.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know what you just said, but I'm gonna think you called out my mama. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
You know, if I could swear on here, I'd have so many things to say to you right
Please
now
don't.
just for that.
Don't. So apparently, The Walking Dead season 3 is coming out next year.
Oh,
next
next
year?
year.
Yeah,
You know how long I've been waiting for the next season of Sherlock? 2 years.
Pretty much, right?
as has everyone else.
It's like waiting for the next Tool album. If anyone-
Remember
really
waiting
I'm
for
not
the
happy they
next...
went to Michonne.
remember waiting for frickin' Homestuck?
Everyone out there who likes Homestuck knows how we feel.
I have no idea.
painful
I
it
have
was.
no idea what that is.
Homestuck
Like-
is a great webcomic.
Okay.
And it goes. Sometimes you just have to go on 2 years long of a pause.
Out of curiosity, did you know the Marvel Jessica Jones series is coming
snap.
out in a week?
No way.
Okay,
didn't know
it's a
that.
week. I thought I missed it.
I'm
Okay.
really excited for that.
What's up with this giant wave of comic book things? Like, they're just pumping so much of it out in so little time.
It's because it's just like when they
a
discovered
popular
they
thing.
can make movies
Yeah.
off of books. It's like there's a whole new medium to take advantage of.
Yeah.
They need
Yeah,
to
exactly.
like slow it down though, because the movies are starting to get really watered down. I think
Well,
the
the thing is,
last
I like
last good one was
Marvel.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I like
I
Marvel's
agree.
approach to it. I don't like DC's approach to it. Now,
I
well,
with
think
the exception of the
DC's
Dark Knight trilogy.
DC, yeah, well,
You're
yeah,
right,
but
yeah.
that was like on its own. Now DC's responding to Marvel's success.
Yeah, and it all sucks.
And they're like trying to like churn out like all these things. Whereas like the Avengers made sense for Marvel, like they had it in mind, like well ahead of time.
Well,
Yeah.
and then now
difference
DC
is that-
just going, okay, we're not making this money, but Marvel is. Like, let's just make Justice League and all this other stuff. But
Here's
they
the
didn't have
thing.
any lead up to it. Whereas Marvel was already like having like roots built in with like Iron Man, and they saw the success of Iron Man, and then from the success they got with Iron Man, you know, they went on to like Thor, Captain America,
That
and
was
then
their
they
plan
went.
all
But I'm saying
along.
then they went to the Avengers.
Yeah.
Whereas DC has nothing established, and they're like, let's make a bunch of movies
Here's the
because
thing.
we have nothing.
Let me
we're
defend
poor.
DC because I like what they're doing.
I mean,
Yeah,
I love
I do too.
Here's the thing: I love DC. I love DC products,
Uh-huh.
but I think it's very like a knee-jerk reaction.
I think after seeing the success of Avengers and seeing how
Yeah.
it set them for 10 years,
Yeah,
DC wants to hop on that train, and they actually can.
Yeah, they
Because
can.
Batman versus Superman doesn't have to be good. It just has to be Batman versus Superman for them to make
I
10
disagree.
years worth of money.
I disagree. It's got to be good.
No,
No,
it
no,
has to be
definitely
good.
not.
It
No, it
has-
doesn't.
okay, it
doesn't
should
No,
have to.
no, I think it.
But
It
here's
should be
why it
good.
can't
It's not going to be good.
But here's the thing:
It will be good.
there's
No.
nothing to
It will.
base it off of. Because here's the thing: people
Man
can't.
of Steel.
Man of Steel stunk.
But like,
I loved
Man of
it.
Steel.
but here's okay. You could slightly base it off of Man of Steel, but it doesn't have that kind of like.
But here's
There's
the
no momentum.
here's the
There was a momentum going. One second. There was a momentum going into the Avengers from different Marvel movies, where there isn't that for like the DC like movies.
I will defend
Like
it.
they have to build that up. Whereas Avengers had the success from like Iron Man and all these other movies going in. Whereas like the only thing you have to base it off of is Man of Steel, but they're already churning out all these films right now.
It's also context. Man of Steel establishes a new Superman, a
Yeah.
Superman that changes the whole universe. And Batman has already been set up.
How has Batman
And
been set
also-
up?
Batman's been set up because everyone knows the story of Batman because of the trilogies, because of all the other Batman movies. This Batman is different. It's got a different context. He's also more experienced. Batman was the first hero in the Justice League, even though
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was already in World War One. Everything's coming together now. We're just skipping
Yeah.
all the bullshit.
yeah,
Alright.
and also like you probably like Marvel for different aesthetic reasons
That's
than
true.
DC. Marvel likes to go for the comedy and the action. You know, in a DC movie, you'll see like a tiny bit of like funny things that will make you go, "Huh!" But like that won't make you like laugh really like in a guttural way. You'll be like more hanging on the edge of your seat, like,
Yeah.
"Holy shit,
I'm saying,
what's
like,
going to happen
I agree
next?"
with that, but it depends on the approach for like the thing. I mean, we got that very much with the Dark Knight trilogy,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
that was Nolan. And here's the thing: you don't have Nolan producing all these other films. You've got different people, and it's completely different storyline, different universe. Really,
You're
not going to get, and that's the thing. You can't base these movies off of like what the product you got from the Nolan trilogy, because it's completely different, and that's why they don't have the same momentum. Whereas the like Marvel Cinematic Universe was all produced by the same people, it still has that same kind of feeling, and it's going to have a consistent feeling all throughout.
I still think the first Avengers, the reason why it did so well is because it was a surprise to everyone. It was a first of its kind to bring all these movies together in one big crossover with so many movies together.
Yeah, that didn't happen before.
Yeah. And I think that's why it got all the reception it did, all the money it did. If it had come out after, let's say,
Justice League,
it would have probably made less.
Yeah, so DC really is getting the butt end of this because they're the ones who are coming out with these things second to Marvel. They're just they're hopping on the bandwagon, and they might be pumping things out a little faster than they should, but they're still making money off of it, and some of the things are really good
to produce
films
and has failed. I mean, Marvel had kind of had the same thing going, but I mean, Marvel itself, because I mean, MCU is different from the stuff Fox produces and the stuff Sony produces. Like Spider-Man doesn't count, and
Spider-Man's now in MCU, so
well, now he is.
Well,
but I mean,
so pumped for that.
I'm really pumped for it too.
They went through 2 series where he wasn't. So, but I mean, the thing with like DC is like DC has always been in control. It's always been Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So you have. You have
all the characters at your fingertips.
Yeah, you have the Superman movie from the early 2000s, which bombed really heavily.
That.
Oh, that doesn't exist.
No.
Then you have Green Lantern that did terribly. The only redeeming thing was the Nolan trilogy, but that was a standalone.
Yeah.
So that's a really big problem. They never tried to really create any series, and that's where they fell short.
Well, they should have just went in through the Nolan trilogy. They should have just made the Nolan trilogy, then said, Nolan, you're making a Superman trilogy. Do it.
You see, here's what made the Nolan universe so good. It's because
it was realistic.
It was grounded. That's the thing. Superman is
definitely
not a grounded
true.
figure. Unless you're talking about his childhood before he becomes Superman.
I guess you're right. Another thing I'd like to say, the thing that weighed Man of Steel down for me is why I personally say it stinks. It's because it didn't accurately portray Superman as a character. I mean, Superman...
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, take a look at it. He was too cold. Superman is not a cold character, particularly the way he killed Zod. Superman wouldn't have broken Zod's neck. He was strong enough that he could have pulled Zod away from what was happening, and most likely, I think he should have thrown Zod into the sun. But that's besides the point. He didn't need to just snap his neck, because... he's Kryptonian and somewhat of a god. I don't think that's going to kill a Kryptonian god, just snapping his neck. You got to throw the guy into the sun. I mean, that's what Superman would have done.
The sun would have helped him.
Yeah. But, allow me to defend that. I think the way Superman killed Zod was a bit dramatic, and that was probably definitely for the movie.
Yeah.
And not for the character. Even though I think the character would do that. Because remember, in the comics, he gave Doomsday a frontal lobotomy. With laser eyes.
With laser eyes, yep.
Yeah, but he had to do that to Doomsday.
Well, he had to do that to Zod, too, because Zod was just as powerful as Superman. That fight was going nowhere.
Yeah, they were literally throwing atomic punches at each other, and they were getting nowhere. So the only way he could have killed them was by severing his spinal column.
I also think a huge problem people had with Man of Steel was the amount of damage done.
Yeah, that was my only issue. But I think, when you have a battle between gods,
that's kind of what happens.
Someone's got to die.
That's what happens, yeah.
A
few
damage happened in the Avengers.
A lot of it was brushed off for some reason too. Can you imagine being the janitor in New York that has to clean up all the alien bodies?
The singular janitor in New York.
Yeah, the one.
I don't know.
He's just
rushed off per se.
Played by Stan Lee.
Get paid minimum wage for sweeping up these corpses.
The thing is, it's not like it's brushed off. I don't think. I mean,
I feel like it's heavily ignored.
They mentioned it in one of the movies.
The thing is, it's
Age
also
of Ultron,
government.
They mentioned the Hulk's damage,
but it's government related, stuff that they could get away with. Shield can cover it up because Shield was government based,
right?
And then you have Tony Stark who bleeds money, whereas Superman wrecking shit is the same as if Batman did it. I mean, it would have been fine. Nobody cares if Batman wrecks stuff because Batman could pay for it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, what does Clark Kent have?
A
newspaper.
A newspaper.
I mean,
he's got a newspaper wage. I mean, he's a reporter.
He'll cover it up with a bunch of newspapers. I mean, what else can he do?
You know. Maybe that's the thing with Superman, though. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, the same as Marvel, like, where you've got this huge menacing government agency just, like, always fixing everything that they
Right.
do. Like, it adds, like, more consequence to what they do. And I think that's way better for their genre, too.
It's a very typical
Yeah.
Superman theme, consequences,
Yeah.
because you give the man the power to do everything,
Yep.
but what kind of man is he by the end of the day? That's
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
Superman problem.
Like, when you were talking about... I just always nerd out about this moment. Like, when Superman gives that guy a lobotomy through laser eyes, like, he, like, snaps at that point. Remember,
Yeah.
he had the bloodshot eye, and he was bleeding everywhere, and I was just like, holy God.
Yeah. Andrew's looking up pictures of it, I think, right?
Here's an interesting
Trying
thing to
to.
point out.
Yo.
Do you know the children of the editor-in-chief of DC Comics and former editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics attend this university?
What?
No way.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, I don't believe... What?
Really?
Who are they?
Chris and Matt Harris.
Chris and Matt.
Look up Robert Harris, spelled Harras, and that is their father.
You are kidding me.
And I've seen a comic strip of, like, it's an X-Men comic strip from when it used to be in Marvel, and it had the triplets in it. There's a third one. He goes to Rutgers.
Well,
Wow.
So, yeah, Chris and Matt were in Marvel stuff. And the reason that's not well known is because they don't really want to talk about that. So, like, don't go bombarding them with questions about
Why'd
it.
you
but,
put it on the
know.
air if they don't want to talk about it?
whoops.
No. They're cool with knowing about it. Just don't go bombarding them with questions.
That's really cool, though.
It's really cool.
That is amazing. Wow. Congratulations for your
Genetics.
for being the seed of two great men.
Yeah.
One great man.
One.
Oh, one great man,
How
right?
do
With
you-
two awesome jobs.
Yeah. Two.
Here's my question. If you're the editor-in-chief of Marvel, why do you go to DC? Marvel is
You're
probably
a
so much more
Marvel fanboy.
lucrative.
I feel like Marvel's a bit more fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Marvel
DC's
seems way
like
more fun.
Angsty. Yeah, just angsty.
I mean, like we were talking about it the other day, though. The thing with like Marvel and DC, DC's got the much better villains,
You're right.
whereas like
Depends.
Marvel
Yeah.
establishes a little bit better of heroes.
I like
Yeah.
DC's Rogue Gallery a bit better.
It depends what you're talking about. Like, I think I'm a big Spider-Man fan, but I'm not
Yeah.
a Spider-Man fan as Spider-Man as a hero. I just love his villains.
Okay.
And, like,
Really?
yeah, I think
Yeah,
some of the like even Shocker.
Well,
if you're familiar with him.
I think Spider-Man's villains are one of the better villains because
Yeah.
they actually can hurt Spider-Man.
Well, they're
Yeah.
the most established ones because they've been
That's
around the
true.
longest.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
like they have like a really strong basis, whereas some of the other ones aren't really as like deeply rooted. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say aside from Spider-Man, like the X-Men have like the best villains as
Yeah,
well.
I agree.
Like if you think of like,
Galactus.
but then like after that,
Thanos.
they start getting a little bit thinner and like not as like strong.
They're just like,
Goofy.
I
Whereas,
want to
like,
destroy
some
the
of the-
world. And
Yeah.
you're just like, punch in the face. Like, there
And
you go.
with
End of
DC
Really
story.
depends.
the DC villains are a lot stronger. I
Well,
think
it's because
Yeah.
they have to be stronger. DC heroes are gods.
it's true.
That's their
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Well,
All
the
of them.
difference
Look
between-
at Batman isn't a god in any respect.
He's the god of man. He's like a titan.
Well,
Yeah.
he's the thing is like he's one of the common exceptions, whereas Marvel is mostly built up of. I mean, like think of the Avengers.
Geniuses.
The
Yeah.
Avengers is there's not really a single person in the Avengers with superpowers, with the exception of really Thor.
Thor. The
But I'm
Hulk.
saying-
Well, the Thor
and
well,
Hulk's not. But it's saying like no one has
The
really
Hulk's
powers. They're
invincible.
all a result of like
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
else. Whereas most everyone in the DC universe genuinely has powers.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Most.
Yeah.
And that's why like people are like, oh, you know, Batman sucks, but it's like Batman's in a universe where everybody's
Yeah.
like,
Who says
either an
Batman
alien-
sucks?
an alien
I
or
think
a
people-
god.
I say, like, is Spider-Man and Batman. They're two of my favorite superheroes because they're the most human of them all.
My
number
two
one.
favorites.
Yeah. Well,
And-
I'm gonna argue against that.
Yeah, but like I like them so much because I don't know. Spider-Man always has that sense of humor. Like I know
Yeah.
Deadpool has like a huge sense of humor, and I love him. I love everything about him. But I don't know, like Peter Parker, just like he's such a dork, and like he's such a nerd, and
He's
then,
relatable to people like
Yeah,
us.
he's
By
relatable.
far the most relatable.
Yeah, the most relatable superhero I know.
Yeah.
And then you have Batman, who goes through his human struggles, and he runs a company on top of being like this
You
dude.
see, I don't find Batman to be all that relatable.
Maybe not relatable, but like at least you feel a connection to him as a human.
Iron Man's a little bit more relatable.
I would say
Yeah, Iron Man is
because like Tony Stark
actually,
going
yeah.
through his like alcoholic depression.
Yeah,
That's
Batman's
true. I
also-
totally
That's
forgot
only
about
during
that.
the 80s, and they brought that back.
But I'm saying it's a lot more impactful.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
The
But in
Batman
regards
stuff.
to Batman...
Whereas like Batman, I mean, yes, orphan, but
That's
like,
what carries.
yeah.
Because
what- yeah.
he experienced that trauma at such an early age. He's not affected by any other psychological problems unless it's worse.
The
Yeah,
reason
that's
Batman's
true.
so great is because they invested so much time and effort into
That's true.
making Batman a great hero, and it's realistic, so it feels more relatable. You can't like, how do you relate to freaking Kal-El? You don't,
Well,
but you
here's-
can you can relate to Bruce Wayne and
I will
his
defend Superman
his
in
heroes.
this scenario.
How do you
before we-
defend relating to Kal-El? He's an
Because-
alien demigod.
Because Kal-El, aka Clark Kent, grew up as Clark Kent, not Kal-El. He grew
Yeah.
up as a child in Kansas with regular family values until he got superpowers.
Until
So he's
until
just-
like atmospheric whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I
Here's
mean,
how
like,
I
he
view
gets- so he
Superman.
became aware.
Superman is just this dude. And then he's like, oh my god, I've got all this responsibility.
Oh
now.
my god, I'm God.
Yeah. And then he took the Spider-Man route, and he was like, I have this gift, and I can show people that they also have this gift. That is what Superman is.
Yeah,
Now,
that's true.
before we continue on probably the same conversation, let's cut to an intermission. I hope you enjoy it. We'll be right back. I love you.
I love you too.
Welcome back.
yeah.
Hey!
That was a good. That was a good air drumming session.
Air
So
guitar for the win.
superheroes.
You want to keep talking about it?
Sure.
Okay. Where were we? I
I-
defended Superman for just a bit, again.
yeah, because he's relatable because he was raised as a human and like all this stuff.
He's not an alien. He walks and talks like a regular dude.
Yeah,
Well,
I
he
mean,
is an alien, though.
Actually,
He is an alien.
He's both human and he's not.
Yeah, he's got...
Because he
on
still
the basis-
feels different. I mean, he still feels
Oh,
different.
yeah, he's a totally different
You
being
know,
anatomically.
this reminds me of an awesome conversation I had with the editor-in-chief's son, DC Comics' son. We were talking about the possibility of genetically modifying people into making them into superheroes, and apparently it's
cool.
completely possible. Like, we were talking about making me into a superhero named Tree Frog Man by splicing my DNA with a tree frog.
You
oh,
could do
you
it.
mean
Now,
genetic,
here's the
genetic
question.
stuff,
What if, like, Donald Trump was a superhero?
no.
What would that be like?
What would, if
What would his
those
powers
walls?
be?
if
yeah.
what?
The power to be a
superhero?
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
If Donald Trump
Oh.
had superpowers,
Oh yeah. Be
he'd have
tough.
the power to
What do you
build walls.
splice him with?
I feel like you could splice like Donald Trump with like a moose or something.
A moose.
Give him
the
antlers.
most you.
Yeah. Donald Trump with
I'm
antlers.
Moose
come
Man.
on.
I'm- I'll-
just mix him with.
I'll wreck
Cat.
your car. I'll stand in the middle of the road as I
I feel like he would have little baby antlers. Just like tiny ones. Little horns.
like he would be giving a speech and he would be like, "I'm in idiot."
We need to build a wall.
If
all
you
I need to
guys-
say
A
about
nice
that.
wall, though.
If you guys had superpowers, which ones would they?
I already established I'd be Tree Frog Man.
Okay, wait. Let's go backwards and then forwards. If you guys could be any established hero,
Can I be a villain?
Spider-Man.
yeah, sure, you can be a villain.
Spider-Man.
Galactus, Eater of Planets.
Oh, that's mean.
Jesus.
You would be you'd go straight for the Planet Eater. Okay.
Oh my
Galactus, Eater of Planets. If I had to have a second choice, it'd probably be Thanos or
thought
Doctor
so.
Doom.
Doctor Doom.
Doctor
So just
I
going
would
for
go
all
with
the
Dr.
OP
Doom.
villains.
Go for Doctor Doom.
Yeah, but see, I want to eat planets.
I want to eat
Like
planet.
a meatball!
like a meat.
If anyone remembers that old
where's
Fairly
this
Odd Parents
planet?
reference.
Oh,
Where,
there's this other planet.
Timmy Turner turned into Galactimus, Eater of Planets, and he
Oh.
talked about eating the Earth like a meatball. You know that episode where he turned his parents into superheroes?
Oh
I
yeah.
think.
Oh right, that episode. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I just
make
thought of that.
also make the reference to whatever that is, where it's like form of
Wonder
a
Twins.
shark.
Oh,
the
Wonder Twins, yeah.
And he turned
Form
into
of a bucket of water.
yeah,
Chris,
a
what would you
blast from the
I was
past.
just about to ask you. I don't know.
I'm ahead
If
of the game.
I really want to be Superman, but I think I'd have a better time as a Green Lantern.
Really?
I
Yeah,
would
Green Lantern's
really
more fun.
love to be Superman, but Green Lantern, I can use my imagination.
I haven't seen Green Lantern, by the way.
There's only one
You're
Kal-El,
okay.
but there's multiple
Look at
lanterns.
Green-
I watched it, and when I say I watched it, I had it on in the background while doing other things at one point.
Don't do it. Don't do that.
It's not worth the time.
I saw it in the theaters, and I threw a bucket of popcorn
no.
at it, and I walked out.
Good.
I demanded my money back.
You should. Rightfully so. That movie is trash.
And I brought my cousin from
Understatement.
France. He came from France, and he wanted to see American cinema. And my uncle was like, dude, let's take him to see Green Lantern. Green Lantern's a movie about comic books. And we're like, no, this sucks. So we all walked out, and we said to the guy, this guy came all the way the hell from France to see this goddamn movie. Pay him back in euros.
In euros.
Naturally, we have never been back to that movie theater again because we are banned.
Jesus.
Well,
The AMC Theater in Rockaway, New Jersey.
Wow.
My whole family, including my French cousin, is banned.
That
wow.
is something.
Though I plan on seeing The Force Awakens there. I don't care what they say. They
Really?
let me in for the Avengers. They'll let me in for The Force Awakens.
We're
Well,
gonna
there we
see
go.
it in-
Speaking of The
Morristown.
Force Awakens.
Yep.
Ooh.
I was gonna say I wanted to transition into Star Wars because I noticed a New York Times article about it, and because I was in New York last weekend, right by
keep
it.
talking about New York and Moose Jaw, always.
Well,
going.
the costume exhibit they're going to be having at the Discovery building in Times Square. I'm really excited for that. I really want to go.
Oh, the Star Wars thing.
Yeah, the Star Wars
costume
exhibit.
thing.
The
Okay.
Star Wars costume exhibit they have at the Discovery building.
Are they having all the
Is
original costumes?
I think so. They're
Is it from
having
Force Awakens
a
or like
lot of-
everything?
They're having it like everything.
Oh, stop.
So like is the Boba Fett costume,
snip,
the
snip,
Darth
snap.
Vader
As
costume?
far as I know, yeah.
Do you think that chrome costume is as chrome as it looks on
It
Which
opens
chrome
tomorrow.
costume?
the girl?
Captain Phasma,
It opens
Yeah.
tomorrow.
played by
Yep,
Gwendolyn
it
Christie.
opens
I
tomorrow.
think it does look
I'm
that
really, really excited for it. I believe they have all. Yeah, it looks like they have all the costumes because I'm looking at it now. They have like all a bunch of different like stormtrooper helmets.
Star Wars.
Well, I'll see you guys later.
They
I'm gonna
have
go to New York.
all of Queen Amidala's various robes and
I can't.
the
I can't do it. I can't do it.
and they have one of the old Yoda puppets. So I really,
Oh yeah.
That
I
is-
really want to see this.
That is
I
ejaculation
want to check
worthy.
this out. Can we talk about how bad the Yoda
no.
puppet was in Phantom Menace? They didn't even try to make it look like the.
Wasn't that CGI?
No,
No.
They made it CGI in
2011.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I totally
Yeah, it
forgot.
wasn't even until 2011 that they CGI'd it. It was a puppet up until 2011, and that thing was
disgusting.
yeah.
I watched The Phantom Menace like twice in my life, and then I saw it in the theaters when they re-released it in 3D.
Yep.
See, I binged all the movies at the same time, so remind me which one it was. I know that prequels is like a
It's the first prequel.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I didn't want to say prequels because sometimes people get mad
This
at me.
is-
So, what do you guys think about the whole Jar Jar is the Phantom Menace
Wait
thing?
here, look at this.
Oh
That
my
is-
gosh.
That is Phantom Menace Yoda.
Oh wow!
That does not look remotely.
If
I need
only
one.
this
Wait.
was like a TV show, so people could actually see a
they
picture
gave
of
him
that.
Soon,
more.
soon.
Put that on the page, please. They
You put it
they
on the
gave him
page.
more wrinkles. I don't have.
You
the
do have
account.
access to
Oh, I
it.
do. They give him more wrinkles than absolutely necessary.
I want to see like a Yoda movie.
I
Like
made
if
him
they're
find
doing
out.
those.
The Yoda solo movie?
The-
They are
yeah,
doing the solo
they're
movies.
doing those solo
the Han Solo
movies.
solo movie.
Oh.
I want to see a Yoda one so bad because we don't know much about him. We don't even know what his species is called. I'm a Star Wars scholar. I read a lot of the Old Republic books, and I read a lot of the expanded
What's your
universe.
favorite Sith from?
Oh, the
Like-
best Sith ever is Darth Bane, without a doubt. I've
Okay.
read 3 books on the guy, and he's never
I
been in a
figured you were
movie.
going to say Bane. I figured.
Why?
Well, because I'm saying most people who are familiar with like the old kind of like lore are
Yeah,
very big Bane fans.
Oh yeah, I've read all 3 of the books.
I was always a Darth Maul kind of fan. I never read the books because I never
Because
felt like
you're
Dylan.
uncultured.
I'm
If you read the
uncultured
books,
swine.
you'll say Darth Maul is stupid and Darth Bane will kick his butt. Darth Bane's so cool, his Force lightning is green colored because it's hotter than blue. Which actually isn't true according to physics, if
No.
anyone's actually interested in reading about that.
Blue is the hottest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, purple's the hottest.
That would
Of
make
what?
more sense, yeah.
Yeah,
For what?
for plasma.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Lightning. But according to Star Wars, which in Star Wars, a parsec is a measure of speed, according to physics. In Star Wars, it's a measure of speed, not distance. And in physics, it's distance. But in Star Wars, green is hotter than blue. Just fun fact.
All right, well, there we go.
That would mean the entire Star Wars universe is like flippity flop. Their physics are wrong.
Well, yeah, they can
Well, it
also
was
go through
before
light
all
speed
of
without
this,
altering
like,
time. So
I'm pretty sure all of this was made before, like, the before like all of this physics stuff was figured out, wasn't it?
That is not true at all.
I
This
would
physics
say
has been well known for a very long time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it would
I didn't
depend
know.
on certain facts.
Also, yeah, I mean, like, I bet, like, they weren't even really that concerned with the physics behind it.
Well, it's science fiction. Who cares?
Now that
Yeah,
said,
exactly.
there's a very easy way to defend the parsec thing. You could say the Kessel Run, you're trying to achieve a certain speed in a certain distance, and Han Solo achieved the Kessel Run in a short distance, which is shorter than any other distance in the Millennium Falcon. So yeah, if anyone's curious about that, I'm a Star Wars geek.
True.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
True.
I miss Star Wars Galaxies so much. Did you?
Oh,
play
I
Star
wish
Wars
they didn't
Galaxies?
close that.
Yeah. Did you play it a little bit?
A wee bit.
That was
Star Wars Galaxies?
yeah.
I
Star Wars
like the Old
Galaxies
Republic Online.
Was like
That's good stuff.
the old MMO they had prior
okay.
to the Old Republic, which I don't
Oh.
play,
I play.
or I never played.
It's fun.
I
Way to
never
go.
played the Old Republic.
I just couldn't get into it because I was way too bitter about Star Wars Galaxies because Star Wars Galaxies was my life.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
I never really played MMOs after that.
Yeah.
But Galaxies, it was really well done, I think.
Mhm.
It was just really nice. It was very expansive. The people who did play it were committed to it. It was solid. I mean, nothing was better than having a double-bladed lightsaber, fighting people on, like, Tatooine and, like, having a bunch of different, like, houses on, like, Naboo and stuff.
Yeah,
Fun
speaking
fact,
of
it's called
lightsabers-
saber staffs.
What?
They're called saber staffs. Fun fact.
What's that?
A double...
Yeah, double blade lightsabers called saber staffs. Fun fact.
Saber staff?
Yep.
I want
Nope,
one.
depends on... They're completely separate things.
Are you sure?
Yep. Saber staffs and double-bladed lightsabers is completely separate.
According to Old Republic Online, that
Fight,
is.
fight, fight.
Oh, well,
Fight.
we really want to base it off of Old Republic?
Old Republic Online, it refers to double bladed lightsabers as saber staffs.
I was
Really?
never that into
Shbee,
Star Wars
shbee,
until
shbee.
recently. I didn't look back because I didn't really care that much. I still don't care that much.
Jar Jar Binks is the Phantom Menace. That's all you need to know.
Here's what I'm going to
No,
say.
it's not.
Yes,
Jar
it
Jar
is.
Binks
We
is the
discussed
Phantom
this
Menace.
theory, I think,
Confirmed.
last week. We're not getting back on that. Jar Jar Binks is not Supreme Leader Snoke.
I thought we
Let's
agreed
keep
to
that away
never
from
talk
that.
about him on this podcast.
Jar Jar
ever
Binks
again.
is Supreme Leader. Senator Jar Jar Binks
Oh, dear Lord.
is Supreme Leader
Senator
Snoke.
Jar Jar Binks.
That
Holy
would
shit.
be-
Senator
most-
Binks.
Terrifying thing on the planet.
Let's just not talk about that.
Actually, J.J. Abrams said that there's going to be an Easter egg somewhere in the new trilogy where there's going to be Jar Jar Binks' skeleton
Oh,
somewhere.
it's a trilogy. I thought it was just going to be like this one movie.
Oh, no. You don't make a Star Wars movie and not have it a trilogy. It
Oh,
will
okay.
make far too much money to stay one movie.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Actually, the original Star Wars was going to be like the original trilogy was originally going to be one giant movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
They were going to destroy the Death Star twice in one movie. Just think of it that.
Jesus Christ.
Destroying the Death Star twice in one movie.
How
That's
do you
a bit
build it?
excessive.
Who is like
We
who
built another
gets their
one.
Death Star built,
Apparently, there are going
rebuilt,
to be multiple
no,
ones.
rebuilt, and then not cover up that thing?
Did you guys
Well, they have
hear
like all
about-
those prototypes at the end of
Oh, that's true.
was it episode 2? I think it was.
Yeah, they're looking into it.
Did you guys
Yeah,
hear about
back
that
on
story
Geonosis.
a while back about how much money it would take to make a Death Star in real life?
Oh, it's something.
Oh yes.
ridiculous.
I've started
How
several
much?
Kickstarters for that.
It's
in the quadrillions.
I mean, somebody had a White House Gov petition, and I think
Yep,
in the end,
yep.
Obama was like, "No, we're not doing this."
His reason. I read a lot about that actually. Obama. The reasoning was, the U.S. does not have the funds, and also the U.S. has no interest in blowing up planets.
Yeah, that
Thank
makes
you.
a lot of sense.
Oh,
I
that's good to
mean,
know.
really,
I just
do we need Mercury?
Do we really?
Mercury's
need Mercury?
as dead as it could
Do
be.
we
I
need
think
Mercury?
need to
But I think we
reevaluate
send the
all
Death
of
Star
Mercury.
other places and destroy other planets.
or we could.
But here's the thing, though: does the Death Star really have a great mobility? Like,
No.
I mean,
no.
That's true. We'll have
He
to
just
build
sort
it
of
in another.
sits there.
Really,
No.
I think we'd use it as a defense mechanism. Personally,
Against what?
whatever comes to kill us, aliens are out there, man. I'm telling
Who says
you.
aliens
I
are trying to
tells
kill
ya.
everyone?
just a tinier Death Star to like pick off like asteroids and
It
meteors.
doesn't need to be
and
tiny.
stuff,
How big is
you
the
know?
Death
Actual
Star?
size.
Is it moon
Slightly
size?
bigger than the moon.
Okay, so it is moons.
Oh,
Not-
did you
not bigger
guys
than our
hear
moon.
on
It's supposed to be bigger
Halloween?
than a moon, but like
Yeah.
What was that, Ian?
On Halloween, or maybe November 1st or something, there was an asteroid that
Oh, I
passed
did hear
over
Yep.
over Earth, and it was the size that it could have ended the world.
Yeah, I heard about that in astronomy class.
Can we just admire
Yeah.
the sheer statistics about that? Like an asteroid that could have killed us came close to us. What are the odds of that happening?
Actually pretty
very
high.
Really?
Yeah.
Then why
Yeah,
have we
it's
not been hit yet? What is
The
spot so
dinosaurs.
Well, I mean-
We've
Oh
been
no,
hit.
More
that's
often.
definitely that's wrong.
Devastatingly more often.
Dinosaurs were not eradicated by a meteor.
Global warming killed them.
No, they
Turn
just
off your lights.
they
I'm
Stop
looking at you
using
weirdly.
cars.
evolution killed them off.
Potentially. If we're looking at it from an astronomical standpoint or a biological standpoint, there's conflicting theories. I, for one, I'm partial to the astronomical theories because if I were better at math, I'd be an astronomy major. But since I'm not good at math, I'm a political science major.
Because those two things are connected.
Hey, you know what? Someone needs to defend us when we get attacked by the Martians.
What makes you think
Mars
Martians would
attacks.
want to attack us?
Who
Have you not seen Mars Attacks?
thinks that there's life on Mars still?
There is life on Mars. It's in the form of bacteria, and also there's such thing as silicon-based life, which does not require water. So silicon-based life is a theory, and it hasn't been discovered yet, but it's completely possible.
Well, if
And-
the silicon-based life forms were on Mars and they had the technology to destroy us all, and they probably would know about us and probably would have killed us all by now. It is.
They're waiting.
How long
they're like Canada. They're waiting. They're gonna come for us one day. Just you watch.
People
And when
wanna
it
come.
happens,
When we-
I will laugh.
when we all nuke the shit out of each other?
That's a perfect time for that to happen, and Putin's building up for it. So
I think the Netherlands will still abstain from that fight.
Yeah, me too.
I
like
mean, that would be a great time for me because that means I would get to turn into Captain America.
Oh, you
I like
would?
Vladimir Putin.
You would have to actually
funny.
I hate
get
him.
the serum.
I would finally get the serum. You know?
serum.
Like I said, like 3 episodes
dire,
ago.
in dire
Vladdy,
times,
whenever
When the
you
world-
want to start it, you know.
when the world needs him,
Let
he
us
turns
know.
from pre-op to post-op cap.
Yeah.
Andrew.
When I join the military, they'll be like, "You're too small."
Too small.
Spelled SMOLLE.
Small.
Small.
Is there any other way to spell it?
No, there.
Julia? Small?
Small.
They are funny.
Word.
Words.
Banana. Banana is a word.
Banana is a word.
It is.
B-A-N-A-N-A.
S.
No.
B. Bananas. B-E. Bananas.
We've hit a
Shut
bit
up,
of a wall.
Quagmire.
Yeah, the conversation.
Go.
Yeah.
There will be none of that.
Oh.
No.
Bad.
Neil.
Very bad.
Oh, we're not going to turn this into an impressions cast.
Peter.
Oh, God. We don't.
Peter, I've got some bad news for you.
We've let this turn into an impressions cast. Quick, steer the conversation.
You know, I actually have a great impression of Ian right here.
Do
Really?
it.
Oh, most definitely. It's usually better. I haven't done it in a while. Let me think. Ian, say some stuff.
I
Hi,
Don.
my name is Ian McCullum, and I
done with the impressions, please.
please.
Hi, my name is Ian McCullum.
I don't sound like that. I don't
I
sound
don't
like I'm
sound like
constantly
that. I don't
stoned.
sound like I'm constantly
Blah,
stoned.
blah, blah. I'm Ian. Complains. Talks about games and stuff. Says words all the time. Outrageous comment left and right.
I don't leave my room much because I'm always playing video games, and my roommate is Karan.
Are we starting to Are we starting to throw shade now?
Oh.
No, I love
What
Ian.
happens
It's all
when we
good.
don't
Ian's a
do
cool
bios?
guy.
Yeah.
Give
The
me
shit gets talked
punch
out by
my
someone else.
knuckles there.
Audience doesn't realize.
You don't deserve
I was
one.
ready. Gosh, darn it, Andrew.
I'm messing with you, bro.
We don't have them ready. We just decided.
Let's not talk about
Not
that right
to.
now.
What are we not talking about?
You know what? I don't know anymore. How are you doing? I never asked you guys. I wanted to for the longest time. How are you guys right now?
Oh, I'm totally wonderful. I just got out of my
I've-
room with Laura and Karan, and now I'm on the show, man. I was playing video games all night. I didn't go to class. He's just looking at me like, I'm gonna kill you, Nick. I'm gonna freaking kill you.
Oh.
My day has been swell. How about you, Chris?
Fantastic.
That
You
is
stole
good.
my adjective. That's
Yeah.
my signature adjective.
Then I'm fandabulous.
In case you're wondering, the real Nick, my day was also wonderful. I mean, my roommate went away, so I have the room myself. So
Ooh.
I'd love a visit from ladies, if any ladies are listening.
Yeah, ladies interested in Monopoly and other board games like Sorry.
No. Settlers of Catan.
Don't
No.
even get me started on Settlers. I have an addiction. I can't.
Oh, we play that.
Actually,
Knights
no.
of Arabia.
We're gonna play the Star Wars, the now defunct Star Wars Wizards of the Coast.
Wizards of the
game.
Coast makes amazing things.
You
That's all I
guys,
need to say.
we should.
They still make the
D&D.
The D&D stuff, which is great.
Magic
they
the
have other
Gathering. That's
D&D
all
stuff.
I need to say.
My favorite.
They
part
came out with a
Dungeons
board
and
game for
Dragons
that.
is the character.
Like the D&D board game
Magic,
stuff
yeah?
has been great,
Yeah.
but like the fact that they canceled the Star Wars
Oh.
They still
board game
make
a couple years
Magic.
back.
Magic the Gathering is so wonderful.
I've been working on my decks.
I've been playing constant Magic on the internet. It's fun. And these two are
Turned
like,
this
what the
into a
heck is Magic?
Cast.
I didn't even want
Anyway.
to. I don't know Magic at all.
I don't
Yeah.
want to know Magic because
You two totally
learning
learn
card
Magic.
games is the worst thing you could do to someone.
I was
You
great
can't-
at Yu-Gi-Oh,
Ooh.
and then I stopped playing card games.
Yeah.
Did you
Well,
guys
you
ever
should
play
switch
the
over.
Pokemon card games?
I had a bullshit
No,
deck.
they,
though.
you can't
Only
play
play Magic.
Pokemon card games. They make no sense.
I know how to play them now. They're exactly like how you play the game. You just need 6 Pokemon and their evolutions or whatever, and then like power up. No,
You
I'm sorry.
you need to go through booster pack over booster pack
to
and
get the cards you want, and then
so you have to spend a shit ton of money to
Yes.
get the cards that you want to be able to play the game.
it's kind of like playing the actual games.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's
Oi,
Pokemon
you both
Go is,
breaking Rule 2. All right. No phones. All right.
Excuse
I know
me.
we've got 5 minutes left.
That was my mother.
there's
So
5
sad.
minutes left.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel!
Well, the other people didn't show up, so I say we keep going until they show up.
Oh dear Lord! Then
Oh,
we go
no.
on forever, and then
I-
Ian takes the
I don't
fucking
know.
stage.
LOL,
I have a
LOL,
song to
LOL.
prepare.
You're gonna
What?
be on my
I
show,
have a
right,
song
Chris?
to prepare.
You have a song to prepare.
I do have a song to
He
prepare.
has a song to prepare. But
I
we'll
do.
play that when we're done.
No, I mean I have a song to prepare for my rehearsal later.
Oh,
Because I do
yeah,
sing.
you
I
should
do.
probably
I do other things outside of this booth.
Oh.
No, you don't. You
I do.
stay in this booth with me until we die.
Yeah.
Well, that's
We sit
Ooh,
here
there
during
it
every
is.
other
I
show.
sleep
We
under the
know
table.
every other show by the back of our hand, and we know that we're the most listened to show on campus.
What
keep
happens
saying
in El
that.
Dioltnar?
We
what
are.
happens on my show?
Screamo.
You blast metal.
I don't,
Deathcore, black
It's
metal,
actually soft
I don't-
Swedish black
jazz.
metal.
I don't play any of those subgenres.
Oh, okay.
It's actually like really, really softcore.
Just lots and lots of
there's
Nickelback.
electronic music,
Nah,
and
man.
sometimes aha.
country, hella country,
Hella country.
with a little pop. and
Country.
jazz.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but country is spelled CUNTRY. Correct?
Oh no.
Yes.
All right.
That's not-
So now we'll transition into our ending. Let's
Spell
end,
check.
Let's end with our usual harmonized.
Harmonious. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, for those of you not familiar, and I'm talking to you two, we usually do a harmonious thank you in which we sing thank you harmoniously.
Does it
Who
usually
are we
work out?
thanking?
It doesn't have to be good.
it doesn't
It
always
just
work
has-
out, but it does sometimes when we have musically talented people.
How convenient! I'm in a metal band.
All right.
Feel free to interpret this thank you however you feel.
Can I death growl?
No.
If you'd like.
However you feel. So
I'm gonna go with
On the
no.
count
Off, as
3,
always.
Which means after 3 we start. Well, okay, just follow my lead. Watch out for the. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
all right. Thanks for listening, folks. We'll be back next week, and then we'll take a break after that for Thanksgiving. But
Will we?
yeah, we will. We won't be.
You will. We'll release
We're not coming in.
hidden
We're not
episode.
coming in on Black Friday.
Do we
But
want to release a secret episode?
We could, but we will not. We will not be on in 2 weeks, but we will be on next week.
Actually, Thanksgiving
and
isn't
we'll have
for 3
some great
weeks.
guests, and we want to thank both Ian and Nick for being on the show. So
Thank you for
Follow us
having me.
on Twitter
And
at the Audacity.
check out-
Facebook.com/
the Audacity,
Yeah.
and then check out
Yeah.
our SoundCloud where we have all of our, or a good amount of our episodes uploaded.
about half in total right now, but
Oh yes.
those are secret episodes. SoundCloud.com/
The Audacity.
All right.
All right.
Be sure
Later,
to check
everyone.
out Oral Pleasure at 5 o'clock.
Hey.
Listen to all the Dioltnar Sundays too.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Stay
Bye.
safe. Well, bye. I love you. Thank you.